I get asked all the time, how can we do sustainability? Because it always costs more. And I just want to point out repeatedly all the different ways that it pays, that this is a better way of doing business. And now we're in this time of acceleration, and not just the growth of our problems and opportunities, but exponential growth. There's an exponential growth in the buying of renewable power. This is companies buying for themselves, putting renewables, solar and wind, on the grid. And why is that happening? It's not because of ESG pressure or that they want to make a statement. It's because it's gotten cheaper. In many parts of the world, it's now cheaper to build wind and solar than to operate an existing coal plant. Sustainability pays. Going to renewables pays. It is a cheaper, easier form of business. The change is coming. And so we're seeing multi-trillion-dollar opportunities as we're changing the way we build buildings, ones that generate more energy than they use. We're changing the way we get around, the way we manufacture, and the food and agriculture system under enormous change. Consumer products, all changing. These are multi-trillion-dollar opportunities. So again, sustainability pays. This is growth. So the pressure to move in this direction is coming from all over. There's very key stakeholders, and in particular, business is pressuring itself. Every time there's been a recession or a big change in some way, sustainability has taken a back seat. People get fired in companies. But the pandemic, it was the opposite. It accelerated. The percentage of companies committed to big carbon reduction goals went up. And there's two fundamental changes that I think make this permanent. One is that we now have an increased level of transparency. They're going to ask and demand that companies measure and report. That's transparency. You're also seeing, to me, the number one reason, just generational change. Because all change in the world that's permanent is because the norms change, the values change. And there is a fundamental difference now by generations. But there is a difference in these two youngest generations. Their view of business is different, measurably different. Millennials for years, global surveys, have said they care about values. Doesn't see a disconnect between society, environment, profit. They think this should all be one conversation, and they're right. So what kind of companies are going to be able to attract and retain talent? We're in a world right now where there's not enough people for most jobs. So the companies that can share their mission, that show that they believe in what they're doing, are going to attract the most people. So again, it pays to get the best people, to get the most innovative, excited, engaged people.